Hello everyone, welcome back to Storytime with Gemma. Today we'll be reading Thomas and Friends, Thomas Night Before Christmas. Merry Christmas! By Schuyler Hooke, illustrated by Richard Courtney. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And all through the yard the engines were restless and sleeping was hard. The stockings still empty from the glimpses they stole would soon they all up be brimming with coal. Percy was dreaming. His smile, it was bright, of a shiny new headlamp to guide him at night. Even Sir Topham had stayed in the shed, with thoughts of Christmas a whirl in his head. Then out in the yard there arose such a clatter. Soon all were awake to see what was the matter. Out rolled the engines on the rails in the floor, as Sir Topham himself threw open the door. The moon shining bright on the new fallen snow made night seem like day to the engines below. And what to 9 pairs of eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer? And the little old driver who was surely Saint Nick, he didn't look well. In fact, he looked sick. Oh. His reindeer were gliding but seemed to be slow, and the driver mumbled the names that we know. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. This old elf has the flu, oh my, I need fixing. To the top of the shed, to the top of the wall, we're got to land quickly, oh darn, dash it all. So down to the yard the 8 of them drop, and the sleigh and the driver and reindeer all stop. Saint Nick's cheeks were red, but something seemed funny. His eyes didn't sparkle. His nose, it was running. Sir Topham, he said, a sad look on his face. I cannot go on. You must take my place. Santa is sick. Sir Hat shook his head. I can, for I fear. While I know about trains, I know nothing of deers. Trains are perfect, said Nick. I'm sure they'll do fine. Bust your buffers, my friend, and get in a line. And faster than diesel the engines they came. Santa whistled a new list and called each by name. Now Thomas, now Percy, now Gordon, James too. Edward and Henry, Bill, Ben, I need you. Those toys must be taken to each girl and boy. I know you can do it. Deliver great joy. Thomas and Friends to the rescue. Nick turned to Sir Topham and said, one thing more. Your dress coat won't do. It's really a bore. He pulled out a red one, and to no one's surprise, that coat, it turned out to be just the right size. Aww. And now you would bet that said Nick had a twin, except for the beard or one rounded chin. And while Nick wore a cap trimmed with fur on his head, Sir Topham hat's top hat had Ollie instead. But night was still passing as children all slept, so giving a nod up, Sir Tuffin at leap. As the engine gained speed, seeming almost to fly, from his seat in his sleigh, Sir Hat gave a loud cry. My friends, we are needed. I'm feeling quite fine. We'll be really useful and yes, right on time. So all across, so door they race on their way. 8 streaming engines pulling one gift-filled sleigh. And we heard on the winds as they puff out of sight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Merry Christmas, everyone. The end. Thanks for tuning in to Storytime with Gemma. See you next time.